Howdy, howdy, everyone. Welcome to the Peanut Gallery. Good evening. I am your host, Jade Fang, and we're here to talk about comics with some new and old friends. Well, before we get to the new, let's get to the old. Can you give an introduction to yourself
Hello.
here, old friend?
Yes, I am the old friend, and I am called Shara. I'm a webtoon creator and a soon to be starting architecture student. And you can find me on Instagram mostly. It's Ifsharaman.
Congratulations to be an art student.
Yay.
Clap, clap,
Thank
clap, clap,
you.
clap, 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 clap.
Bow.
All right, and the new friend.
Hello. I'm Ray. Um, I'm the author of the webtoon My Main Character Syndrome, and you can find me on a lot of platforms, honestly, Instagram, TikTok, some more obscure ones, Kara, Blue Sky, and they're all at
Ooh.
Pear Pencil.
Nice, nice. So you're everywhere. You were able to get that name on lock.
Trying to be everywhere.
That's good. So you
Yeah.
you know what we're here. You know what we're about. We're about reading comics and then having our opinions about said comics. And today
Yeah.
we're gonna start with our friend here, Shara. Shara said that she has. I would never be able to figure out the comic that she picked. So let's see if
Oh,
she is
it's pretty.
correct or incorrect.
Yeah, it's pretty iconic, and I said that it would be unpredictable as fuck. Can I curse? I have no idea, actually. I'm sorry.
I mean, are you physically
So,
capable of?
oh, you have a few things to learn about me yet.
You're funny. You just try to
Okay,
curse
so
and it just bleeps out.
could be true. Like, I wouldn't say it yet. I just need to know if I can first, though. All right, so
I
the
think we're
comic
I think
that
we're
I'm
all at
picking.
least teens here. Try,
Okay,
Ray,
so
you're a teen, right? You're above.
I'm
not
above
actually.
I'm above 18,
All
rest
right.
assured.
Ooh, new adult.
Not
Okay,
that new.
so okay, I'll try to keep it PG, like for your viewers and stuff. So the comic I'm picking is gonna be like drum rolls, please. Genocide by Shara. Me.
What? No.
Didn't see it coming, did you?
Now, how would I've ever predicted that you would have picked the comic that you wrote to be the comic that we do? What? That is the plot twist.
Amazing.
I mean, I can be pretty mysterious.
I know you're one step ahead of everyone, and never let them know your next move.
Oh yeah, I'm all sneaky.
So
Nobody would know.
sneaky. Oh wait, we're on the wrong thing here. Just a second. I forgot I opened the window here wrong. Let's just fix this real quick.
Right?
I opened the wrong window and then it's just stuck here. Well, I'm just gonna open it here.
Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. There.
Speaking
We
of,
did it. It's
Let's
done.
go.
Yay. All right. So let's go. You want Zenocide. And since you picked your comic, I want to know like what's the story behind that? Tell us the inner
Like,
workings of your mind, why you chose to pick your own webcomic for us to talk about.
all right. So, thing about genocide, it just came to me when
came
I
to,
saw it amongst all the other comics.
it came
I
to you
just
in the
thought to
vision, in the
myself,
dream.
yeah, like the name really resonated with me.
I don't know, it just sounded similar, didn't you? Like familiar.
The genres like action, fantasy, those are things that I like vibe with. Those are the real
Ah, I see, I see. Well, so as you already know, the podcast rules, the person who smelt it dealt it. So because you
Yep.
smelt it, you're going to dealt it for us. You're going to read the
Oh no.
You're gonna read the synopsis that you wrote, and also be your main character. So take it away.
Let's go. Hmm. Guess I can play my own character, I suppose. Let's
The tragedy, right?
see. um,
Oh wait, what the? There we go. Yeah.
the stream is from.
Wait, let me open it. I forgot to share my screen here real quick. Forgot I
Yeah, sure.
had to do that. There we go.
Let's go. All right. I guess I'm starting. Imagine playing a game, destroying a whole town, and then realizing it's not a game at all. Follow
Wait, what the?
Zen. Yeah.
It's not opening on the right screen on the stream. Why did it go open up here? Wait, no, keep going. I'll fix this. We're doing it live.
All
Don't worry
right.
about it. Just keep going.
Okay, follow Zenith in facing the consequences of the actions he wasn't even aware of committing. Warning, graphic violence, blood, strong language, duplicate characters, tragedy. Viewer discretion advised.
Well, you put all the trigger warnings in the description. Not
Yeah.
only anyone gets a prize, are you?
That's a new one.
Oh yeah. You just gotta be prepared, man. A lot of shit is going down.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Chapter 1. We got static.
All right. What would you do?
What would you do if you could change your fate? If
Yeah.
you
If you find out that
Is it your last memory before? What is your last memory before save playing this game?
playing this game,
What?
can't you answer? Wait, isn't she an AI? Maybe it's a hidden quest. Of course, then unlocks it and not us. About your family.
What
That
the game that
it's
you've
all
been
blurred out.
playing is called
Oh,
committing
committing
genocide?
genocide. Oh yeah.
Is this how the terrorists train their people? They just put them in a video
Nope.
game?
Just a massive simulation till they're actually doing it.
Zenocide. It's a pretty neat logo you made right there.
Thank you.
I like the graphics.
Alrighty then. Oh,
Hope you like the art style.
before that, let me make it a little bit open. Yeah. Step, open, ling, startle.
The kid.
It's
A. I guess with more.
bullets. Tragically looking at hands.
Yeah.
Look. You're awake. How are you feeling now?
A bit sore. Who are you?
Ray, how about you be a little kid?
He's Dad.
Ha ha ha. Alright, kid. Now go play with your friends outside.
But he looks so cool. I want him to be my friend too.
Okay, but he just woke up. You can chat with him later.
Okay.
And this guy's all muscle. Look at his tiny head. You know that he's been working out.
Oh yeah.
Wait, his head is the same size as the kid? Dang.
Oh no, I did not.
Now that you pointed that out.
No, look at it. You see? Like, this is about the same size. So there's some brain damage right there, I tell you.
He just has a minimized skull.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's because I put most of my brain in my massive pecs. What energetic body. Call me.
Bye.
The fuck is this?
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's been running things around this refugee shelter.
Refugee shelter.
Yes, son. You're one of the lucky few people who survived that demon machine. Demon machine. It seems like there might have been some injuries that had it seems there might have been some injury to the head. That's right. Can you recall your name, son? That machine. All that destruction. What about your family? Was my doing. You okay, son?
Huh?
I I asked you what your name was just now.
Oh, it's Zenith, I think.
You think? Seems like you need more time to recover. Come outside. When you feel like you're ready. I'll be out there. Just standing around
Yeah.
like an NPC. Out there.
Your your whisper is amazing.
Oh, what the?
Whoa.
Roar. I have to face it again.
Russell.
It'd be funny if that's his inner monologue, is just somebody whispering.
Huh?
Like he specifically thinks in whispers, so somebody's like talking next to him, he can't think. I can't hear my thoughts. Shut up for a second.
How do you think in whispers?
Very lightly. Nobody can talk around you or else you can't hear your own thoughts. Chatter, 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 chatter. Grind.
Ah,
Are these slaves? Is this slavery right here? Is he doing a pyramid?
oh no.
He's totally doing a pyramid. And mine's gonna be that big. Ah, Zenith. Zenith, was it? Come over here. Meet Broom and Kai.
You
Uh,
must be the guy we found from the crash site.
all right. Yeah, blue hair.
You know, I was found at the slum's second division. At, and we found Guy over here at the Noble's Tower Rubbles. And now we're like childhood friends. Ha! Even if you look like you showered with blocks of indigo, we'll get along just fine.
Who says this stuff?
Oh, it's if you know the names. So like Brom, it's like Brom, comma, so it's like Guy.
Oh, okay. Rom, I thought you had this. Rom, I thought you had said if you had that much indigo, you'd do it too. I meant
I
clothes,
meant
Jack.
clothes.
Oh yeah, go. All right, boy. Stop teasing. He's still recovering. Ask ask Chelsea. Ask Chelsea to show him around.
Chelsea,
All right,
thank you so much,
You want me to be
dear.
Ray. How
Chelsea?
about you be? Yeah, how about you be Chelsea, Ray?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Anything else,
If you
please?
need anything else, do let me know, Auntie. Coming!
Show him around the refugee center. He's the guy we found from the crash site. He just woke up.
Okay, Mikhail.
Huh. Mikhail, did you just set up Chelsea up with the new guy? She's she's the only sane one among you lot. Go ahead, Ray.
Don't bother listening
Ray, you still there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, they said the line.
Ah,
Let's go.
Jade.
Sorry, did I cut off?
it just cut off for me, I guess.
Oh,
That's fine. We'll just keep going.
okay.
Wait, who says we can hear you?
Everyone?
Oh,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Like
We can hear you. We're currently helping with refilling supplies and collecting resources. We're also keeping a lookout in case if something goes wrong again. This place is right under the Noble's Tower, although very few of them are alive now.
Wait a moment.
Sorry, is it lagging a bit?
Why don't you look up on the Discord, the screen? I'm sharing the screen over there.
Oh, okay. Will do.
All right, lift, grind, come down the stairs.
Like she's saying that.
Yeah. Oh, she's saying that?
Oh yeah. It's like a little out of the text bubble stuff.
Oh, I see.
Come down the stairs. By the time we found this place, most of the people were gone already.
Yep. Still.
The young and healthy ones are now helping above ground.
Step, step.
And the wounded
Go ahead.
wounded and children are situated in here. Let me go put the lamp over there. You can look around meanwhile.
Oh no. All these people. I did this to them. I can't let the darkness control me. I feel nauseous. It's the Nut Man. He has no arms.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh my, that's the most somber expression to the dark thoughts in his mind.
Oh
He
yeah.
has a really good poker face. I think this is still the girl, Ray.
Yeah.
You seem unwell.
To be continued. Well, I already have a few thoughts I would already have in the roster that I'll share in the end of this, but we'll continue on.
Right.
You seem unwell.
I don't feel so good right now.
He
You
must.
must be sensitive. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought that was like Chelsea's inner thoughts.
Oh, yeah. That is her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her inner
Oh,
thoughts. Go ahead.
okay. You must be sensitive to these kinds of things. Oh, I know. You should join us for the bonfire dinner.
You know, if he was sensitive to these kind of things, I don't think he will want to stay for a bonfire dinner. Because, you know, he's still in the middle of the entire things. Crackle, crackle. Tap, tap. Party. Man,
Okay, I'll be
who would have thought our lives would have been turned upside down like this? We're cursed by the natural forces.
grateful you get to see the surface again.
Mm.
I'm not feeling so well. I'm gonna head to bed.
Who was the kid again? I
Right?
think it was Ray.
I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next time you're up, I'm gonna show you all the cool things I have. Also, my name's not Kid. It's
Okay, kid.
No, your name's Kid now. He's like, my name's not Kid. It's shh. Puts his hand on his lips like shh. You're a kid now. Just accept it. It'll hurt less.
I name you kid. Hey.
Step, step, step. Who is this guy?
Fanny. Fanny. Fanny.
Zenith. You see, this is what happens when people talk while he's thinking. He just can't hear his thoughts. It's
Yeah, yeah.
like, who's talking?
They just
Who is it? You made it happen. Swoosh. I almost read this as smooch. Ah!
oh no.
Initiate the bad touch. Bad touch has been initiated. Put hand in inner thigh to make maximum uncomfortableness.
Scrope everywhere.
Grope him. Grope him. Grope him. And you
This
open his
path was
eyes.
the most fun to draw, honestly.
Be funny if she like he wakes up and her hands in this tie. It's like,
Oh
oh,
no.
you're awake.
Oh
Honest,
shit.
honestly, you should have been sleeping for 10 more minutes at least. Can you just pretend? Let me have this.
I like her
You,
expression.
why are you here?
Yeah, you. Why are you?
Hey,
How about I'll be this. Hello, Zenith. Don't grieve. Don't grieve so much for the help you've provided.
jump.
The frig? What is this? Is this post-apocalypse? Is this modern day? I don't get it. I thought you have an
Let's
iPod.
let's see. Let's
I
see.
saw
Help.
no outlets anywhere in this place. How is that thing still charged?
Help. You mean murdering innocent people?
You
You
used.
used me as a tool
Oh, this is
to
him, yeah.
wipe out who knows. Yeah. You used me as a tool to wipe out who knew how many people. And you tell me not to grieve? I didn't. Sob. I didn't even know I was doing it.
What a
How am I
ba-
supposed to?
Wow, what a bitch you are. Crying just because you murdered a few people. Jeez, such a
Oh
beta
no.
move. Exactly. You were merely playing a video game. So don't let it weigh on you so heavily. We did a quick save. Don't worry about it. We can try it again if you want.
Why are you here to tell me how I should think?
Well, because you, I don't know. At least these people should be safe right now, right? Oh wait, this is him, right?
It's it's it. Yeah. At least these people should be safe now, right? I destroyed the machine.
Yes, you did destroy it. Otherwise, this place would have been wiped out already. See, is this who says this?
The blue bubbles are all her.
Okay, seems like. Oh yeah, I see. Seems
Yeah.
like the AI had made a breakthrough before getting terminated. It wasn't supposed to happen, yet it somehow did. But it's okay. They're already coming.
What? Who are they?
The min
Is that
maxers.
why you're here? Is that why you're here? Why is this happening in the first?
Who is this? Is this tiny head guy? No.
It is
I
actually the technical guy.
I already had my eye on you, kid. And it turns out to be a good decision. Heh heh heh.
Wait, misunderstanding. And you, what do you mean they're coming?
The min maxers. They're the ones that did that studied the game's controllers.
Those mid-maxers again.
The ones that have no life and don't do anything outside playing video games. Swish.
Uh,
Yank. Drag. Skirt.
Kyle, what's happening?
Ask him yourself. He was just talking to the floating siren. And the witch said that he's behind all our suffering.
What? Him? What are you saying?
To be continued.
Oh, hold him down. What's all this ruckus at the dead of the night?
Tie him up.
Russell, what's happening? I'm not the new kid. Stop
Keep
throwing
your eye
blood.
on him. Keep your eye on him. I'll be back with the mandate.
And
Oh, Madame. Yeah, the Madame. I read mandates like he's coming back like with a document. It has like tiny glasses and he goes like, all right, by subsection A, paragraph C. You are cursed to be flogged for 25 minutes.
oh no.
Wait, just
Bro is just
he's just sad about it. Why was he talking to the floating siren? He's one of the devils who helps devils who help her. He was probably faking to be injured. Why are we being attacked? Find out next time in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Launch. Do you even realize what you have done to us? Do our lives mean nothing to the likes of you? You twisted piece of shit.
Ah, that's enough. Let's hear him out at least.
Really, Chelsea? Just because you spent a few lovely moments with him, you got all soft on him? Ugh. What, he got you fawning already? Okay.
I'll have you know. I'll have you know I like the cut of his jib, okay? He has protagonist hair is all I'm saying.
Look like the main character. We should hear him out. You're wrong. Leave her out of this. Did you say?
What's he? Silence! Rom, let go of him. Madame. Madame is here to talk with Zenith.
Are you one of the watchers? But you're injured.
Just
Stay
came.
with the rest of them.
Greetings, Madame. As I explained, Madame, this is the boy. Is this true, what I've heard? Speak up, boy. Let's see.
Fine. There's there's barely any reason for any of you to believe me, but I am just as clueless as you are.
A likely story.
I don't even know why I'm here. I don't know what's going on. I just want to undo whatever's happened. Whatever I've done. He
He had,
admits.
so he did. Whisper. Whisper, whisper.
Hmm,
I think this is Kid again.
Yeah. Right? You there with us?
Ray, you there?
What's going on?
Oh dear, why are you up at this hour?
I woke up and just saw you walk out. You don't usually come above, Granny.
You're not wrong, my boy. Get inside this instant. We're not playing games here. Ray, you there? Hello?
Sorry.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. All right, there we
Yes.
go.
Okay. But why is Brother Zenith on the ground? Did he do something wrong?
Oh no, we just figured out that Xenon's the bottom. Madame, we're wasting time. Let us finish him off right here. Let me get my sword. Shake, shake,
Shake.
shake, shake. What's
What's
happening?
happening now?
That noise. Oh no. The Min-Maxers are here.
Oh no. They.
She
She
warned
warned
me.
me. It can't be. Not again.
Pull, pull, crackle, crackle.
Mm. What are you plotting now, you devil? I'll kill you myself.
Like he's shaking his fist. I'll kill you myself.
Listen, Brom. Everyone needs to get back down, or we'll all die. That machine. You don't mean. I think it can.
What? It's happening again? Run! Look over there. Rustle, rustle, crackle, crackle. Oi, kid! Kid!
Huh?
He snuck away. What the fuck is he doing? Is he just behind him?
He was untying him.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
How did you?
There. All done. Now let's go together, bro.
Machine.
Look
Shouting,
out!
look out.
Look out! Tongue, tongue, tongue.
Jump.
Jump. You know, if the machine looks like this, you can't really say you have nothing to do with it. Because it has your hair.
Yeah.
Robots usually they don't give hair to them because, why would you do it? But if you're doing it, it's probably for a reason.
Hmm.
Oh, digital effect, digital effect. Ray, you there still? Hello?
I'm alive.
Is your mic just cutting off? Because like sometimes we just can't hear you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
1 sec. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Whoa, that was awesome.
Yeah. Did you say this? Because I didn't hear you say this part.
But the robot is way cooler.
What? Just tried to kill you, kid.
Whoa, and it kind of looks like you.
We look nothing alike. I know what you're saying. Listen, kid, we need to get away.
Whoa, the robot's glowing?
What? Ugh.
Boo. Boom. Trash
Trash.
rolls. I'm here for Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor.
Kid.
Kid. No.
No. No.
Tongue, tongue, tongue. Soup.
Stop.
Broom.
Oh no.
About to step and to be continued. Is that the end of it? Yeah, that is the end of it.
Uh,
Oh, wait. No, never mind. Wait, is it? It
yeah, yeah.
is. Yeah, it
That is
is.
it. Yeah.
All right, and that is the first. That's the first comic of the night.
That's
Now we will go to the critic section of this of the of the podcast, my personal favorite section. And since
yeah.
Shar, this is your comic,
No,
we
no.
get to dig on. We get to talk about you, and you can't do anything about it.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm looking for right now.
All right.
Honestly, would love some criticisms.
So first we'll go with the art.
Yeah.
First,
Art.
first impression of the art, you did a very good job. You did the character designs are very interesting. The the proportions were well done. You did really good backgrounds. You know,
Proportions, yeah, just the head just got
there
smaller.
were some things that were off, but that it's to be expected of a comic if you're the only person doing it. You got big muscle man with just
Yeah,
tiny head.
that's
Right,
canon
you
now.
can come in and say whatever you want at any time as well. The floor is open for
Sure.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also really like the art. I like the like smaller details too, like the way you drew, I guess the pixels rendering, like when the robot or the I forgot her name. They were calling her like the demon shows up.
Hmm. Yeah, those were like she's like my favorite character to draw actually. She,
Ooh,
we
the
call her
girl,
the wire girl.
the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. She's really like known with the people that are familiar with my artworks and stuff. We call her the wire girl and she's been like my OC from 2021.
Damn, that's an old OC right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right, the art style, as we said, you did a pretty good job. There is, that those minor difference in proportions, but that happens normally when you're drawing a whole bunch of panels. They can't all be 10 out of 10s. But I will say that maybe your action poses do need a little bit of work, like to show a bit more movement in them,
Hmm.
like making like maybe move some more movement lines. Usually, when like for example, let's go on the third episode where the action starts.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was one panel in particular that I saw that thing was a good example over here.
This one? Oh.
Like this one was already done well, but I think there was one here that like the guy was jumping. This one, I think this one over here, yeah. Usually when you want to make a panel that has a lot of action and a lot of dynamic movement on it, you usually also make the movement lines on the panel itself. Because then it shows like, like the world is moving and the character is moving as well.
Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot to add like the action lines in the ground and
Yeah,
stuff.
in the ground in the
It was,
comic. And those
yeah,
usually help out a lot more with like selling that the movement's going on.
true, true. Like I always try to do them, like I've done that in a few panels, but this episode was just in such a time crunch. I don't even want to explain myself.
It's
There's been a lot of steps in this.
yeah, this I can see that this was like the probably an idea you had like in your mind, but then the contest was announced and you're like, I gotta make it now. And
Yeah.
it was like there were still like things that you were like figuring it out, but you didn't have time to like,
Also,
so
yeah,
you had to like do some decisions and cut some corners to
yeah.
get it done, right? But
Like I probably made like a second and third episode on weekly basis. Like I did all the work of episode 2 and 3 in the span of like 7 days, 7 days each.
wow, that's some
Probably
dedication.
Crazy.
episode 3 got uh, episode 3 probably got like 6 days. Like I pulled like a freaking 2 night all-nighters and just worked for 17 hours in a single day to get the deadline met.
I mean, that is some dedication right there. But like I said, there is some like action poses like this one here, like this person right here looks. You could have, the pose is not incorrect. Like there is a person that can do this, but it is an awkward pose to do. Maybe you could have figured out a different pose altogether
Yeah,
to
like
portray this
maybe
motion.
the angle would have been like better, like from a bit downwards, the hand probably a bit bigger.
Yeah.
That kind of angle would have helped a lot.
So
But like
that's
I said, I didn't have much time to brainstorm.
so for in the art style like part of the story, I would say that's the only like thing I could say you could work on a little bit is maybe changing the angles of some of these, changing the
Yeah.
position of some of these pictures. Like this one right here, this is a really awkward position as well.
I
Like
like really wanted this pose to work, but I really couldn't figure out how to make it work. I had to like bring out the old year camera and take out selfies with my sister to make this work. And still it's kind of
and still
right.
it's in the problem with this pose is the awkward angle of it. Think of it as a usually for you to make a clear pose, you have to think of it as a silhouette. If you could paint the pose incompletely and you can still kind of see what it's doing, that means it's a good pose. But if you silhouette it and it becomes awkward, that means
So true.
it's probably not a good pose. You should probably get another one,
Yeah.
which is something I do a lot with my own comic when I'm making the poses. I mean like draw it out, but then I like silhouette it completely and see like do I can I still like understand what this pose is even if it's silhouetted, and if it's not, I try to figure out another one completely.
It's a really good advice actually.
Now, story wise,
Mm.
as much as I would hate to say it, I think your story could actually be better with a little lore dump in the beginning of it, like explaining what the hell is
Mm.
going on. Because without it, like your story, you throw a lot at the audience at once. Like you're like, all right, this person shows up and he's knocked out. Okay. Okay, how did he get there? Oh, he was attacked by a machine. Oh, it's his fault. He knows it's his fault, and it's like why is he over here? Why is he in the refugee? Why is the world getting destroyed? And then it's like you
Mm.
meet multiple characters all in one go, which is like, oh, now you got to figure out who these people are. So I think
Yeah.
there's a bit maybe you could have like trimmed the story down, like have less information instead, because for example, like he met the guy who was looking at him when he was unconscious, because that's a normal thing for a person to do, just stare at a person sleeping. And then he met
It
the dude's
started with a kid
friends
kind of like
that they just said hi once, and then they immediately went to meet another person, which this person, the girl, is the one that's more important to him, like the story relevancy wise at this moment. So maybe they could have you could have cut these meeting these two out completely, save a save a bit of processing power for the for the audience. Then let her explain what's going on in the world. Like, oh, we're here because a big demon machine attacked us, and now we're doing this thing, and let her like explain
oh,
to
okay.
him what's going on, so
On
that the
this part,
audience,
like the girl experiencing.
so
That's
that so
yeah, okay. Finish.
all right, go ahead. I was gonna say, so have her explain to him what's going on in a very like precise way, so that the audience also knows. Because because establish that this guy has amnesia and he doesn't know his name is. So this was actually an excellent point for you to explain to the audience. Oh, we're here because this and this happened, and this is what's going on at the moment.
That's true. Like I almost was scared of using her as a character for exposition dumping, honestly. That's why I was trying to make it look more natural, that he's just meeting random people and he's getting a bit overwhelmed by everything that's happening. And then the girl casually walks him down and tries to say something, but it doesn't actually clear things up because like everyone's in such a hassle and the environment is just not familiar with him.
Yeah, but
I
that's
kind of wanted to portray that, but I guess,
that is a
yeah, my
big
writing
problem
could
because you
be a lot
remember,
better.
because your main character is like the eyes of the audience, and if he's confused, that means
Yeah,
we're confused, and if we're confused, we don't know what's going on and why is the story interesting. Do
yeah,
you get that? So
yeah,
even though
totally.
it's a bit cliche, I think your story could do a lot with like some sort of introduction of information just to give the audience a bearings for themselves. They go like, okay, so we're in the post-apocalyptic world where I don't know, My Little Pony became a mega corporation and just weaponized the bronies to commit mass genocide and just turn on down the nukes. And it's like, all right, we at least we have something to like latch onto, even though the explanation they gave was completely nonsensical. It's like it's something. We just needed something.
I was just scared that that character would just be another exposition dumping character and nothing much. That's why I should have taken this stance. You're
You should
right.
think of no. Exposition is good if done naturally. This person doesn't know where he is. He
Yeah,
doesn't remember who he is. So it's a good point for you to explain to the person what's going on.
yeah, I
Because
understand that now.
if there's no explanations, like we're just here going like, hey, what's going on, and we don't know what's going on. The guy doesn't know what's going on. I still think that the person who showed up with an iPhone is completely bullshit because I saw no outlets anywhere. How is that thing getting charged?
Yeah, it
How
was
is that thing getting charged?
yeah, the iPhone or iPod. It was a like tiny bit of a immersion break because I already had like an impression of the world, and then she showed up. So I actually don't think it's like I don't think it's like bad to be confused, honestly. But I mean, I'm not the most experienced action reader, but from what I've read in like action comics, usually like even though it's like you're confused, I feel like these um I'm kind of thinking Chainsaw Man here, honestly. I feel like somehow like the author still manages to keep it like simple while still like hinting at a lot of things. So I think it's kind of like
No,
I
and
mean, what you kind of already said, Jake's Bang. It's like
Mm,
it's kind of like a balance between exposition and then like what you're doing, like kind of having
there's a
characters
main
pop
rope
here.
to cling on to, and there's just
Yeah,
a bit of confusion on the side.
yeah, usually
yeah.
no,
I mean,
usually a good adventure comic grounds the audience but makes them curious for another thing. Like they question something
Mhm.
else, but they already get what's going on over here. It's like this
It's
I
your line
understand.
to follow first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like then you're like, what's going on over there? And the question is like, how's that happen? And then you give that explanation, but then that explanation also makes them question something else. And that continuous loop of curiosity pushes the story forward. Because you're not confused, you're curious. The problem when you get confused is
Yeah.
that you start questioning the logic of the story itself. You like sort of break the immersion of the person.
True.
I mean, by the third episode, I was already getting like much better sense what was like happening. The thing is though, especially since it's like webtoons and there's just like a lot of details happening, kind of like where that like readers may like give up before they get all the way to like the third episode if there's like just too many small things trying to like stitch together
Yeah.
in the episodes.
It's like the joke, the European movie joke that in the end of a European movie you have more questions than answers. You're just there like, what is going on? What is this? Did it end?
Or
Is this the ending? Is this more? Is there supposed to be a sequel? Why is this guy looking off into space?
Oh no.
So
Mm.
I think this
I
there
really appreciate it.
like the
It's too
story
bad.
it has the elements to be interesting. I think it just needed to be explained a little bit better.
Yeah, I just need to be a better writer.
Hey, but for you said this was one of your first comics, right? Like one of
It is the first
the
comic,
first one.
actually.
No, for the first
Yeah,
comic, congratulations on the art. You're like nailing the art part down
thank
at the
you.
very least. But
Agreed.
Thank
but
you.
Better
uh,
than a lava ridge I've seen. Seriously.
writing is like it's like drawing. You need to practice and you need to mess up for you to get better. Like you need to write like the
That's so
most
true.
obscene fan fiction before you write your first banger novel.
I should have been on Wattpad and AO3.
Don't mention AO3 for me. I still have my war flashbacks from that thing.
Oh
Like
no.
why is it all horny at all times? Why is this?
I've never like found AO3 during my teen years exactly, so like I wasn't caught up with everyone's trauma back then.
Hey Colin, welcome to the stream. We'd love if our newest comic gets looked at someday. It will eventually get looked at. I promise you. One of us is going to eventually get it, and if not, we'll have the chance gods give you their blessing.
Yeah.
And then let's see the other person from YouTube who said something. Can you guys read the chat over there for me? If one of you has it open.
Love it how next comments it was that. Okay, I feel like people end up trying to do 100 mech in one way. Oh, 2 mech in one story, and it ends up being fake and confusing. Things tend to be better with a linear narrative. Mech in one. That is actually very true.
Oh yeah, that is definitely very true.
Yeah.
It's the thing you're trying to do too much in once at one go. You should have breaking it down a little bit. You know, baby steps, spoon feed your audience. You can't remember the audience is a little baby. Babies can't eat too much. You can't just get like a whole like bag of bread with 30 slices and they just shove it in his mouth. Like this is protein. You need your fibers to get bigger. You can't
I'll keep
speed
that
run the
visual in
audience
mind
growth.
next time while writing.
Can't speed run the audience growth. You gotta
I know you
spoon feed
didn't.
them.
I know you didn't have time for it, but it probably would have even worked to just have like more episodes, like stretch the info a little bit more.
I really wanted it to work, but it just wouldn't with the time. Like the time was so short.
No, if this is your
Also, the
first
contest rules. Mm,
if this is your first story, if you go to the second if you're one of the people that go to the second listing, then continuing on. But if not, I
okay.
would suggest do what I do and just start over with a new
Yeah.
project and just forget about it. All right, this one was a good
I.
experience. Let's do another thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
yeah. Like,
you
thank
can't
you for like
you
all the
got to learn how
feedbacks
to
and stuff. That would actually help me a lot.
as I said to a lot of people, you got to learn how to kill your baby sometimes. Learn how to
Yeah.
murder that baby.
Kill your darlings. Kill your darlings.
I like my way better. Murdered the baby.
Just a while ago, you said the audience was a baby, and now I'm just imagining the audience.
Just get that pillow, just smother that thing.
Oh no.
Smother it because you still got three more babies to smother. We're on a time crunch here. So anyway, other than that, guys, this was Zenocide that we were talking about. It's Shara's first comic. Go show her some love. You can just give it a read because
But
there is interesting aspects to it. Let's see this up and coming artist slash writer getting to their swan song.
I'll try to provide a better narrative. Just follow me along my journey, guys.
Yeah,
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Ren, your go. What is the comic you have for us today?
So my pick is Wildflower.
Wildflower. And while I
Yeah.
open it up over here, can you tell me the reason behind your pick?
Yeah, it was actually, I think I first saw it on maybe Reddit webtoon canvas, and I like the thumbnail, like cover art. So it was on my list to read for a while, but I never got around to it. So when I saw it on the wall, I was like, oh, now I'll finally sit down and read it.
Is it this one right here,
Ooh, it sounded
or
super
this boys love one?
no, not these ones. It's
Uh,
Wildflower written together in one word.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
see.
like
Yeah.
blonde hair, flower crown.
Oh, I see. All right, Wildflower. Well then, so Ren, you already know the podcast rules. Whoever smelt it dealt it. Since you smelt it, you will dealt it.
Yes, sir. Okay, Wildflower. Supernatural slash drama. Once upon a summer's eve, a fair maiden named Ileana finds herself at our crossroads. You see, Ileana has been pretending to be an ordinary young woman, but truth be told, she's anything but. This fair maiden has a secret, but I won't spoil it for you. I'll just say that the choices made now, no matter how insignificant they may appear, are of great importance. One wrong move could be catastrophic. If she's not careful, she might even have to face her fate, and there's no hiding from fate. Precious. Is
Ooh,
that grammatically correct?
it could be maybe.
That last sentence.
Let's see.
Hmm.
If she is not careful, she might even have to face her fate. And there's no hiding from fate. Precious.
I think there could have been a use of semicolon.
It could be
Maybe.
incorrect, but as I've already discussed many times over, artists can't write or read, so we can't hold them
Really.
accountable for their inability to do either.
It's fine. I was just mildly confused when I got to the precious part. I was like, wait, I feel like there should be 3 more words here.
Hmm.
All right, and let us begin. Wait,
There's a
before we begin, let me
huge
just address chat here, because before I forget. Let's see. It wasn't our newest comic, Ghost Banjo, was complete rewrite of the comic we worked for years ago. Was necessarily and the fresh start. No, maybe we'll pick up your comic today. You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know the things that I can do. And my art writing has come far since it started a year ago, but thankfully to most episodes, so don't feel big of a need to remake it. Yeah, Speedcore, don't remake episodes you already made it. If you already made it, put it behind you. Don't get stuck in the remaking the first 3 episodes loop. Because a lot of artists they get stuck in that loop and they never get out.
Oh, damn.
And what
That could be a
happens?
webtoon.
You've been there too, haven't you? You've been stuck in the 3 episode loop.
Let's not talk about it.
All right, let's begin. All right. Once upon a time, in a world devoid of magic, so basically our world, a world without any grandeur or whimsy. You know, this is like super gaslighting. It's like, oh, we are here in the world we're at right now. A world where even nature itself is tamed and shaped in squares and circles. This is the guy who like just like graduated with like his his visual arts degree and he just has to like say everything fancy. It's like, God damn, Mike, you're just talking about our backyard. A dual world, if you ask me. But I digress. So, once upon a time, in this odd little realm, there was a beautiful princess. Eh.
Ooh.
Like, are you talking about Rachel? Oh no, I didn't mean her. Take a closer look, precious. Perhaps a little less glamorous than one might expect. A little rough around the edges. But trust me, darling. She is a princess. Go ahead, Ren. This is you.
I'm kind of a G-rated person.
All right, then,
First
then,
dialogue round.
then censor yourself.
Beep.
Beep.
Hmm.
Wildflower.
Hey, Darius,
Yeah.
how much do we have left?
We should be done in a couple of hours.
Oh,
Why? You got somewhere to be?
I promised my friend I'd meet up with her after work, but I thought we'd be done sooner.
Which friend? The model?
Her name is Rosa Darius.
Right, sorry. Wait. She coming here? Oh no!
Yeah, look. She's right there.
Click. Click.
Ooh,
Oh my god, that pose.
that hair.
I don't know, that's not falling over. She's just leaning all the way back. She's doing like a Michael Jackson. Click, click, click. You should go. I'll finish here. I'll finish up
Are
here.
you sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, are you avoiding her?
Can't a man just enjoy gardening in peace and quiet?
We're in a.
Besides, I heard she has the cheese touch. Grabbing the smoke. I find your friend very intimidating. I know, Beta. I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you on Monday. Ilyana.
Eliana.
Thanks, Darius. See you Monday.
Beep, 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 beep. You don't believe me, do you? Where are the ball gowns, the tiaras, the fabulous jewelry? You must be wondering. Well, this princess walks among the common folk, looking at and behaving no different than any of them. She's unremarkable, and that's the story she wants the world to know. But what about the other story? The dark story. The one you can only find in AO3.
More flashbacks all over again.
The one that only unfolds when no one is watching.
Oh, it's
I
a
stand by
show.
my statement. The one you can't show around children. Well, that's precious. Is a vastly different story. You know, this guy that just says precious all the time really creeps me out a little bit.
Sounds like a 40-year-old man who says precious to like 16-year-old girls.
It's like a neckbeard that lives like in his mom's basement. Like he's talking about it. It's like, Gerald, come up here for dinner. I'm busy, mom. I'm
Wait,
talking to my
thinking
friends.
The Lord of the Rings, Gollum.
Yes.
Have you been born in this realm? Our poor little princess never got to enjoy comforts and luxuries of a castle. Because those don't exist in this boring world without magic or hope. On the contrary, she often found herself doing rather questionable deeds. Very questionable indeed. Click, Doing parkour. Thump. And when it comes to the matters of survival, she eating flowers? The fuck, she a rabbit? The lines between right and wrong get awfully blurry. Wildflower. Click.
I guess I can see where the name is coming from.
It's like, yes, we found it. The people that keep eating our flowers. What the hell? Shara, how about you be this girl?
Yeah, yeah. What the hell are you doing? Are are you are you eating our roses?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just thought
Oh, you thought, huh? You thought it was just a little old lady living here and you wouldn't get caught. Well, I live here too now too, and I'm gonna protect my grandma from filthy little thieves like you.
Who likes stealing flowers? You weirdo.
And eating them probably.
Eating them. Like she just has a bunch of like petals around her mouth. It's like I wasn't eating them. Wasn't me. No.
The
Grab.
leaf just dropping from her mouth to the ground.
Yeah.
Wait, I know you. You live down the street with your mom, right? My grandma told me to avoid your house. She said your mom is very angry lady.
it's not true. My mom's just sick.
Sick of you eating flowers. Oh, burn.
She only gets angry when she doesn't get her medicine. We can't really afford it right now. So I was trying to help her save money.
What's your name?
Ilyana?
Come with me, Liana. So, you like roses?
Um, yeah.
What a weirdo.
Here. She just has a jar of rose. My grandma made this.
This is rose jam. I didn't even know you can make jam out of roses.
It's a thing.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I think this is. I think this is
Rosalia.
still.
But my friends call me Rosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why should it be instead of roses just like a bottle of poison? It's like one down.
No. What do you think?
I think it suits you. It's so pretty.
And she's jacked. Look at that beefy arm right there.
I know, right? And they're letting me keep it. Oh, and one of the other girls gave me this.
Is this a party invitation?
Actually, it's two party invitations.
Oh, who are you going with?
What do you think?
My grandma?
My bestie, of course.
Oh, um, on the 23rd? I'm sorry, I don't think I can.
What? Bestie? Come on, it's gonna be fun.
Uh, no, thank you.
Why not?
You're not gonna like my answer.
Oh, she sounds very straight good. Well, tell me anyway. What do you have? Do you even have plans?
I plan on not having any plans. It's the solstice.
So what? Why do you always get so weird around the solstice?
It's when my family comes together to summon Satan. It's a very big thing.
Well, you know, it's just kind of ominous.
I
I
think
knew
Ray
it.
might be onto something.
It is. So.
Um, Omnius? You sound like grandma. You sound just like grandma. Which reminds me, they asked me to give you this. Oh, so they kept their supply
She got her
going.
fix. It's it's the good stuff.
Rose.
Night
What's
of the Night of the Fae, June
already
23rd,
June 23rd? Damn.
and we shall continue on, and then we will talk about this one. Hmm.
Are you
Wait, is this
ready?
the guy from Zenocide all over again? He's back.
Might just be just with curly hair. Are
You
you
can.
ready?
Hmm.
Oh my god.
It's a 3-star
Are they doing tarot cards? The Empress.
tarot card. Yeah.
Mm. You're pregnant.
Oh, sweet Jesus. You know what? You say a little prayer, right? Will you? Go say a little prayer, will you? And thank the Lord you're pretty, 'cause that head of yours is empty.
That's right.
Ding dong, ding dong. Wildflower.
Oh hey,
Hey, Marco.
Rosa just went out for a run.
Actually, I'm here to see Aunt Vio.
Iliana, what a lovely surprise.
Hello, Auntie.
On to tarot reading.
Gimme that. You don't want one from Marco, trust me. Sit down, Iliana.
Oh, no thanks. I just wanted to drop by and thank you for the jam.
You need to do that. Family. Now sit down. You know it's
Well,
anonymous night tonight. The veil between the worlds is at its tiniest. It's so tiny. And it makes the
yeah.
best time of the year to see what the fates have in store for you. So plop your tushy in the chair and stay put.
Is it too late to make a run for it?
You cannot run me, but you cannot run fate, Ileana. I'm betting on it. Now let's begin. To see how the thread of fate is spun, we must go to the where it starts in your past. The three swords. Your past is clouded by pain and heartache. Probably done by you eating all those flowers when you were little. I still don't get it. But when but we don't care we don't need a card that tells us that, do we? Her ear I'm pretty sure she's an elf. Because those ears are unnaturally pointy.
Mm.
Hmm.
I know I've seen it with my own eyes. And I've seen how it built you up and made you strong and sturdy. Look at those shoulders of yours. Grief is often one of the greatest teachers. And let's see how is affecting your present. Oh no, you are naked. Oh, never mind, it loaded.
Bro just expected her to be naked. The loading screen is such a tease,
Yeah.
honestly.
The 8 of cups. The fates are telling us to move forward because that's what 8 means. It means go forward. I'm a great scryer. You are unhappy with the way you are in the life. You seek a higher purpose. Probably should stop eating flowers and getting high off of it. I tell you. But fear the unknown keeps us from finding that purpose. So let us see what that means in your future. You are going to die, I'm sorry. Dala, what is?
Ooh. Hey, what are we up to here? I think Ellie's about to find love.
Oh, oh, now you know how to read cards. Maybe there's hope for you after all.
Oh, that means you're coming to the party. That's great news.
Hey, I didn't say that.
Well, how are you gonna find love if you don't put yourself out there?
Yeah,
Come
like,
on, we're getting ready.
it's like I can go on the dating apps. You don't know me. I was wondering if you'd show up today. Shar, how about you be this person?
I wouldn't miss it for the world, precious.
Oh my God, this is the diddler. This is the person who says precious all the time.
I missed one, darling. It was on the floor.
Tell me it's good.
I'll tell you this. It seems our princess will have a perilous path to walk.
Hasn't her path been perilous already? I think this is perilous. It's a weird word.
I'm afraid not, precious. I should have gone with the Gollum voice.
The devil. Oh no. All right, and in here the comic is over. So now we're going to get to thoughts and opinions time. Since I started last time, how about you start this time? What are your thoughts on the art style, Shara?
Yeah, it's pretty coherent and like the style is pretty clear, the vibe is there, like the whole genre is pretty like it goes well with the genre, it goes well with the narrative, like the art is pretty clean and also very vibey. I kind of like it.
What about you, Ray? What's your thoughts and your opinions?
Yeah, I agree. I also like the art a lot. I feel like there's some really interesting design decisions because you look at some of the panels, they kind of show like a more sketchy kind of background, almost like chalky,
Mm,
which is like
yeah,
sketchbook vibe, but then it's like other parts are like cleaner or more like typical like comic style. So kind of interesting the way they kind of like because they're like very different styles, but they kind of like not blend them, but they don't really feel out of place either.
yeah, like they coexist very nicely. Like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
well
I'd
balanced.
say that the stylized art of this comic really meshes well with the background.
Yeah,
And big thing that I have to give credit, as I do in
yeah,
almost every single comic, that there were no 3D assets used in this comic at all. So big ups for the hand drawn part of it. The story was, oh yeah, we'll talk about the story later, but the art style, I do think, as every single comic, there's also that one off panel that like the pose wasn't the best portrayed, but that is normal for every single comic when you're making so many panels. Like not all of them are going to be bangers, but you can see that the artist
yeah.
knows how to do their stuff. Like I think it's very interesting
Just
how
gotta prioritize which
how
panels are really gonna be crisp.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting, not interesting. Like it was a good thing that the artist did to portray that the girl's a bit toned because she's a worker, so they gave her that
Mm,
more muscle than the upper body. Like she has like more defined shoulders and like her tricep her biceps were a little bit bigger because it shows that she worked on the land. So the good job in portraying that, and opposed to her darker skinned friend that had like really little doodle baby arms. So good on her for that. And now story wise, I would say that the story was well portrayed. I think I think the narrator who keeps saying precious all the time should be put on the list. some sort of list and a watch list because that is not normal.
Just
Where you'd be looking at little girls and just going, "Yo, this is my precious little right here. It's gonna be a princess."
I almost like imagined them to be a very like shrouded, mysterious character under hoods, like the face is invisible, like some Darth Sidious type of thing going on.
Yeah. But the story was well portrayed. I think though for more intrigue, they should have like at least have like a fourth episode so you can really get in your teeth into the story because the introduction was well done, but there was no story in these first three. It was just, oh, we're going to be this person is Spore. She likes eating flowers. What a weirdo. Anyway, let's go to a party. Now, now we have Ivy, Poison Ivy from Batman, showing up in a hat, and she reads tarot cards. And what's that about?
Yeah, like the narrative was like like the opening was really well done, but they just exactly couldn't get to a part that could work as a hook for the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like for me, when I hit the third chapter, to me that felt like a little too much exposition because it's like the aunt or grandma, whoever, is like just saying all this like really dramatic and like we're assuming like impactful things about her, but like for our female lead, like we don't really get too much reaction. Like I feel like I don't actually learn that much about her. It kind of feels like, I mean, it's only 3 chapters, but it feels like kind of like promising a lot of things, but I'm not sure I have a reason yet to like care about these promises.
yeah. That's why I said like a fourth installment of this would actually solve all that. Because maybe like
Mm-hmm.
the fourth installment would show a little bit about the party, and then the hook of the story will be presented. Like everything goes dark, and somebody summons Beelzebub or something in the middle of the party, and it gets thrown into the demon world
Mm.
or something along those lines. We don't know. It could be anything,
Oh,
but I think the story was just missing a hook. There was a lot of exposition. I do agree with that. Maybe a lot of that exposition could have been done with like just talking instead of showing the character like sneaking into the person's house and eating their plants like some sort of like herbivore. Just
yeah,
say
but
like, oh,
you
like
tell me, how are you gonna explain it with words? Like, oh, there was a time when she was a girl, she used to eat flowers from the
no,
garden or
maybe
something.
maybe like when they're talking, the girl goes like, don't like look out, guys. This girl likes eating flowers, and she goes like, it was one time.
Oh my god,
See,
that sounds so much worse. Like, I'm sorry for the girl, she's just getting bullied.
but I mean, that kind of like conversation could like just explain the whole part away about
Yeah,
the
there could have
background.
been a place where they could have done things in the conversation. True.
And sometimes you don't need like some things in these like stories. Remember, you would have three chapters to present your initial story and present your hook for your story. So, for example, this background of this girl does not like makes your hook take longer to get to. Because remember, you got to give your readers a chance, like a reason to get interested in the story. And in this one, maybe some people get interested, seeing the plant woman. But a lot of people be like, nothing happened in here. They're just saying something bad's gonna happen. It's like it's like going to one of those what is like talking to a magic 8 ball. Where you say something's gonna happen. It's like, is this gonna happen? And it like just shakes, and yes, but it hasn't happened yet, so you don't know. So maybe I would say that this is a so-so hook. So some people could get interested into it, but some people could get disinterested in it. But we can all agree that could be a little bit more here, right?
Hmm, definitely.
All right. So as we said, story's good. Stories, no, story's good, but could be better. Art is great. Now, how about recommendations? Would you guys read this story later on if it like updates in a later time? Or is
I
this
would
not your
actually
shtick?
like I'd actually like keep it in the back burner and then wait till like there's 10 or 20 more chapters and then like binge read if I ever like remember to. Or I could just recommend it to someone who likes romance. I think there'll be a lot of romance in here.
Oh
Like
yeah, because
the
you know,
drama.
dramas and slice of life are just basically romances in disguise.
Yeah.
It's romance that wants to be
Yeah.
a little bit more edgy.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I would give this one more chapter to see if it gets me interested, but if not, I probably would not continue it. Because it does have the good premise of a good story, just slow balling.
Mm.
How about you,
A
Ren?
lot of people like slow pace.
Well,
Hmm.
I have ADHD, so.
I feel like I would
Certified
also,
fast pacer.
yeah, I feel like I would also wait for some more chapters to come out, but like in the meantime, I'm not sure I'd be like pitching it to my friends since I like feel a little bit unsure about it myself. That's like a let's wait and see where this goes.
So, anyway, people, Wildflower, all together on Webtoons. We will see how this one goes. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but we will see. And now it's come down to me and my choices in life. Can let's see if
Worked
you
out
guys
way
guess
well.
which one I picked.
Hmm.
The one I
Probably something from action. I'm betting on action.
you don't know
That's
me.
my bet. Either action or
Oh,
comedy.
You just think you're so smart, you're so clever. Well, I picked one called Rules of Magic.
I mean, you could just change your choice at the right moment. We guess the right thing.
Yeah, never let him know your next move.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rules of Magic, and I picked this comic here strictly because I found that the thumbnail was actually really interesting looking. And we will see if it continues to be interesting when we read it. All right, and as com as podcast rules, since I smelt it, I have to dealt it. And Rules of Magic, a crime slash mystery slash fantasy. Magic is a blessing, but can also be a curse when used with the wrong intentions. For that reason, the magical order exists to oversee the use of magic. As a young novice of the order, Charlotte aspires to protect the innocent citizens from any misuse of magic and keep other mages in check. But what do you do when the rules have already been broken and you're left to work with the victims and perpetrators? A careful dance between law and morality ensues. All right, I'm down. Let's see what's gonna happen here.
Okay.
I have to get my girl voice ready.
Hmm.
Deep within ourselves, hidden in both the darkness and the brightest parts of our souls. Every person holds a potential for magic. However, it only a few individuals ever prove courageous enough to open a pathway into these parts of their souls. For the price they pay might be higher than expected, but such is the risk for those who wield magic. Rules of magic. Rules of magic.
It's got that whole uh, the Lord of the Rings font going on.
Yeah. Basenhold, capital of Norven. I don't know where that is. Slither. Gruel. Coo, coo. Let's see.
Momo, leave the birds alone.
The hell? That's a Shadow Man. Is this person the sister from that My Hero Academia character? Hmm?
Whoa.
Okay, so there's a ghost. Ray be the ghost, I guess.
Sure. I get you're excited, but we need to be on our best behavior today. You hear me?
You're really sure it's okay for me to be there today, Sally? I don't want to cause you any trouble. This is an official case after all.
Nonsense! Of
Oh my
course you're
god.
allowed to be there. First-hand experience is invaluable. Besides, just about the suspected arson. No casualties, just property damage. I know you can handle that much.
I hope she doesn't have many dialogues. If you say so. Momo, I said stop.
Maybe we should get her an enrichment toy. The fuck? Enrichment toy? Hey, that's not what I meant. Shut up. Is that the black mage? Aren't they dangerous? Let's move on before we draw too much attention.
Wait, I got this. Just give me a second. Exhale. Rah. See? I told you I got it.
You did. Now let's go and hear what the officers have to tell us. Winston won't Winston won't let me hear the end of it if we're late. Hmm. Meow. Let's see. Constable Myers? I'm Master Paxton from the Magister Order. I was assigned to assist you in the investigation.
You must be the expert I requested. It's good you're finally here.
God, your voice is annoying. Oh, who's
And
that?
who's that?
Let Ray do that.
Charlotte Rennan, novice in training. I'm her assistant master, assigned master. She is here to observe.
Nice to meet you. Moma and I'll try to do our best not to get in the way.
Momo.
Momo?
Hmm? Okay, I'll be this person.
Ray.
You're a black mage. Of course, I should have known by the cape.
I promise she is harmless.
No worries. No, sorry for my poor reaction. I just caught me off guard. Wait, by the cape? She has the same cape as the is. Wait, is the blonde one also a dark mage?
No, it's probably the color of the collar. That's black.
Oh.
That
Oh
Ray
yeah, the
wears.
dark color, the collar. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we profile
I'm
people
sure
when
you
the magic world.
I'm sure you'd like to get started and hear what this is all about. If you'd please follow me, Master Paxton, Miss Scarlet, Charlotte.
Of course. Come on, Charlotte.
Coming.
Poor thing, black mage at that age. All right, Ren, give us our old man voice.
Makes you wonder what happened.
Alrighty then. Chapter 2, go. So, what is it you need my help with? They said you requested a mask mage specifically. Is there a hard to reach area? I can offer a variety of shapeshifting masks, including various sized birds, snakes, mice, rats, even bugs. Though I would not recommend.
No, no, this isn't about the abilities you can provide to us, Miss Paxton.
No?
There has been an increase in incidents with cursed items lately, so we considered it safest to get an expert involved before touching any of the evidence.
Hmm. What evidence are we talking about?
See for yourself.
Oh god, the smell! That's so.
What's so many?
Oh yeah, that's her.
There aren't even that many in your workshop. Ooh.
Somebody has a kink? Are these all shape shifting masks?
That's what we suspect.
Somebody here is a real freak, I tell you. I don't understand. I thought this was about the warehouse fire or suspected arson. What are these masks doing here?
That's where we're trying to find out.
I suspect
One
it
of the
was brought
rules.
here by those furries.
One of the brewery's warehouses caught fire last night. Luckily, it was discovered and brought under control before it could reach the distillery or any neighboring buildings. The office building and this warehouse took heavy damage, though. When we searched the building for the cause of fire, we discovered that not all the barrels were filled with just liquor.
So, what is your theory?
There is no reason for hiding these masks if they are of ordinary making, and our tracking dogs couldn't find any traces of illegal substance on them either. Therefore, the only logical conclusion we could deduce is illegal magic. That is why we need your estimation as an expert. This factory was likely a cover business for illegal trading operations, but we don't.
Momo! Oh, wait, it's the girl.
Momo! Oh, that's still. Momo! Don't touch them! You heard what they said!
Charlotte, don't! I'll take that. I'm sorry, Charlotte. It might be best if you wait outside after all.
All right. I'll wait at the gate.
Well, let's get started, shall we?
Whenever you're ready.
I hate when my shadow's smarter than me.
Seriously? How are you winning? You don't even have a brain.
Really makes you
Yeah.
think, don't it? Oh, hey. Hey, you're outside again. Done observing?
Oh, I was told to wait outside.
Meow.
Cat? That's odd.
Huh? How so? There are many strays around here.
Cats are wary of me. They never get that close usually.
Really? Is that like a black mage thing?
Sort of.
Meow. This is still
Oh,
you.
when did it get so close?
Are you sure you aren't one of those? You aren't the one that's wary of cats?
Not. They just never get this close. Aren't you scared?
Poke poke.
What?
Did that cat just shake its head at you?
Wait. Who are you?
Who?
Ooh.
The dilemma continues.
Hmm.
Rules of magic.
This comes to a total of 53 marks.
Man,
Masks.
man, these people are real
All,
freaks, weren't they?
all representing animals. Furries.
It'd be funny
And
if
they
all of
all
them
have
had
the
like. It'd be funny if they all had written like Fursona or like a Fursona name on top of it. Like the deer is like like Twinkle Bottoms, Starshine. What are these names?
and they all have the same signature.
These are imitations.
How can you tell?
Because this is my signature, but I don't recall having made any of these. Trust me, I'm not a furry. So it's just a bunch of
So it's
cheap
just,
knockoffs from the black market.
I guess it's like me. Yeah. So it's just a bunch of
Oh,
cheap knockoffs for the black market.
you'd think so, but no. They are very high quality. They cut the details, even the materials. Person who
Keep
made
the
these
real.
know their trade well, but the why worries me. A white maid that can create masks of this quality wouldn't need to use someone else's signature. They could easily make a name for themselves unless the motive isn't money.
It's bleeding? What does that mean?
The owner is close by. Curses.
Wait!
Charlotte! Charlotte?
Hmm? You? Stop that cat!
It might be a substate. Oh, witness.
Our witness. Suspect?
Witness? Hmm? Hiss. Growl. Slither.
Wait.
Oh no!
Wait! I'm not going to hurt you.
Like the shadow's like, but I am. Crash.
The roof is coming down.
Charlotte, cover now! Hmm?
Everyone stay close. Oh, everyone stay close. Okay. All right, now that's the code.
No, this was a perfect opportunity to do the Naruto thing and do like the ninjutsu Shikamaru does. Shadow possession jutsu. Meow.
The cat.
Stay put. I'll handle this. Starting to transform into. It's like Wonder Twins, form of a bird. Caw, caw.
Ooh.
Meow. Quit your fussing for someone so. Quite a fuss for someone so
Like,
small. If you were trying to spy, you need a better disguise than a cat. Or were you trying to get our attention? Hmm. Oh, look at that. And it's done.
nice.
All right. We'll read this. I'll read this later because I don't have the attention span for it. But now
Yeah.
it's time for thoughts and opinions. Let's start with the art style of you guys. What do you guys think of the art style?
Right, why don't you go ahead first?
I'm a huge fan of the animals. Like, I really like the way the artist draws them all.
That's hitting right the spot for you.
I mean, the art's really nice. Like, I really
Yeah,
like the style the artist has.
yeah, it's simple but also very like uh also professional. Like it's quite clean and like it knows how to prioritize things. Like it's simple, but it's pretty clear and nice.
Yeah, I would agree with there. Like it's the whole thing about the premise. You see that the story was very narrowed down to get to the interesting part of the story, which was the crime scene,
Hmm.
the mystery. Why is there somebody cursing masks? Which was the whole. Let's say that's the hook that the reader would take. And I think they did a pretty good job introducing the world, introducing the whole concept that the dark mages are scary for some reason. Even though Shadow Wizard Gang is the coolest thing ever. Like why would you not like to be a Shadow Wizard? But they did very good. They did a good job world building. They did a good job showing the point of interest, presenting the characters that what's it like the characters that would be the interest part of the story. And I think they did a good job on that. Now, art style
Yeah.
wise, I really enjoyed the stylized art style that they had over here. I found it really cool, and the simplicity of it I think was really great.
Yeah.
I think my only like little critique would be that the wizards they're supposed to be wizard cops. I see a lot of the wizard, but not a lot of the cop aspect in the design. So maybe they could have done a little bit more, a little bit different over there in that aspect. But other than that, I think it was pretty cool. Backgrounds were very well done.
Yeah.
Again, as
No
and
3D.
as I've always said, no 3D assets in sight, which is good job for the creator. I the only like little critique I would have art wise here would be in the last chapter, like the people running, which is an action pose, which I can understand, which is not something that a lot of artists know how to do very well. Like, because doing action in a comic is like an art style on itself. 'Cause sometimes it looks like it's an easy thing to do, but if you stop and stare about it a little bit, doing actions usually you have to do a lot of foreshortening, make the and sometimes it's very hard to make the panel look like instead of looking like an action, instead of just looking like those like high
Still
speed
picture.
camera football pictures,
Yeah.
because it requires
Mm.
a lot of movement lines, a lot of those dash lines to make it look like the movement is fast. I think the good example would be, let me see if I can find it here, was when the cat was running in. This right here, yeah. This,
Yeah. It just looks like they posed. Yeah.
yeah, it just looks like it's supposed to be running, but it looks stationary.
Mm.
Which I can understand that it's like I said, action in comics is a whole different art style than posing in comics. So sometimes you have to stop to study those a little bit, like actually look up some comics to like see how to make those positions look better. How about you guys? You guys have any 2 cents on the action part?
Yeah, like you said, it's not the focus of this story, so I like didn't put much thoughts into it before, but as you said, like the running panels and stuff, they could have like had more motion to them. But like yeah, the story and the art style wise, like there can't be too many lines in the action scenes either. Like it can break the flow of the whole art style, but they could have tried a bit better, yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Agreed.
say they could have tried a bit better. Maybe they did know how to do better, but they're still learning. So hopefully pointing
Yeah,
this out, they can like analyze for future comic panels. But other than that, the art was great.
yeah, for sure.
Love the style.
Yeah, I really love the style. The
Very cute.
stylized image is really cool. I really like the bird transformation. I
It was pretty.
I am suspiciously have a suspicious hint that the story is about furries, because who would want a mask that could turn you into an animal if not a furry? Not a person's like, I don't have to wear the fursuit anymore. I can just be my fursona.
A heavenly world for them.
Then you're like, Steven, get back to bed. I'm not Steven. I am Twinkle Bottom. All right, then before we continue on, let me just read chat a little bit here. Oh, I think the creator is here on the stream. I think Colin is Colin the stream person? The person who did it? I don't know.
No, I think they're having a conversation about
I can't
comic.
believe. Let's see. There better be rules about. Oh yeah, also very distracted child. There were no rules of magic in any part of this comic. Alan, you're
That's
correct.
a good point.
Immersion broken. Maybe you gave back my hopes of my comic and then didn't show didn't show. I'll go perish now. Okay, they'll look fine. Well, you don't know if we won't get your comic. We have the random comic right next after this one.
Yeah.
See, they just read the first two episodes. Adam is really going through it. At least he has a job now. Oh, they're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like they're writing tense. Grateful for the artist. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's continue on. So, as we said, rules of magic. There were no rules of magic, so big Sag. But it does seem like there was an interesting story there. If you guys, oh yeah, recommendations. Would you guys continue reading the story? What do you guys say?
Yes. I'd subscribe to it.
You subscribe? You
Like
find it
it.
interesting? They did its job.
Like I can see it can go somewhere interesting. Let's stick along.
Yeah. All right, guys. So rules of magic. It's pretty good. We recommend it. You should guys go give it a read, comment and subscribe. But we are not done yet for tonight. Oh, you're just having a friendly chat. Okay. So good that you guys are having fun over there.
Yeah.
All right. So as I said, now we're on the end of the stream, and in the end, after we've all picked our comics and like that we want, we're going to let the chance gods decide. Ooh, will your comic be chosen? Will it not? We find out right now.
Big wheel of mythicality.
Because we love randomness.
Wheel
Because
of Fortune.
because random is like two-faced. Randomness is fair. So wheel of fate, spin, spin, spin. Which comic will we have to win? And it will be. Oh wait, this is the. I think that we. I think this one we already read. Did I not take this one out? I think Light Within Shadow we already read.
Really?
Sometimes the name just stay there and it's hard to take it out. Let me just make sure. Cause it's the name sounds familiar.
I think the die isn't there.
What?
I've been misleading. It's just light within shadow.
Oh, Light
There's
Within
no.
Shadow, yeah. Let's see, Light. Oh yeah, that is. We read that one like I think last stream or two streams ago. Okay, we're going with Wacky World. Wacky's World. Exclamation point. Okay, gotta really take that other one out of the list because we already read that one. So Wacky's World is the person that we. Ooh, it's this comic. It's the comedy one.
Wait, didn't we also read this
No,
one?
this
Like
one.
I remember commenting on this um whole PNG thing that they got going on with the
No,
logo or
we
something.
did talk about it because I remember we
Oh,
had a discussion that it was a funny
yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah.
that they did like a PNG.
Yeah.
But that is not all. We also have to pick who is going to be the lead reader out of us three. Shara, you have been chosen
Oh,
by the chance gods to be the
opportunities.
walrus.
I am humbled to be the main character.
All right. Read for us the synopsis.
Yeah. Welcome to Wacky's World, the wackiest place on earth. Written and drawn by Joshua Hoodie Harbour. And there's the link. Episodes will be posted on a bi-weekly basis. Enjoy.
But
Right.
they put the link of. Oh my God, they did. Oh, sweet summer child. They didn't know they could have put their link up here or anywhere
Right.
else. Nobody could. Nobody's gonna click on that.
Let's
All
see.
right, training day.
Training day.
Oh,
Wacky's
Wacky's
World.
World. The
Wacky's
wackiest place on
Playground.
earth. Is this person? They're wearing? Um. Oh, they're a bird person.
Nice.
The birds have tits in this world.
Ooh. Hi, you must be Packy. I'm
How about Ren? You be
I
this
take this
person.
one. Late. You are late.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly on time. I was supposed to be here at 6 a.m., right?
Actually, to be on time is to be early.
Okay.
The fuck is he?
Now come along. We've got to get back on schedule. We're opening soon. Since you'll be in Frontier Follies, you'll be answering primarily to the Reverend.
The fuck?
Aw, after we were just becoming besties.
It'd be a good decision on your part. See, I'm a pretty big deal around here. Behold. Reverend, get over here now!
What am I? What my you fucking dog?
Come on. This, my co-team leader, Reverend, and that beautiful creature over there is Charlie.
Hmm. Is that who I think it is?
Yep. You think you can train her without ruining her?
Of course. I'll just do the opposite of what I did when I trained you.
Whatever. She's your problem now. Some of us have real work to do.
He seems like a wonderful person.
See, if it weren't for the constant staring and unwanted advances, he'd be an absolute dream to work with. Well, welcome to Wacky's World, FNG.
And G?
And New Girl. FN New Girl.
And,
Hmm,
hmm,
interesting.
hmm.
Wacky's World.
Wacky's Sound good, man.
We'll be talking to more. We'll be talking the more scenic route. Oh, we'll be taking the more scenic route before we go to your assignment.
Okay, this Saul Goodman is probably a reference to Saul Goodman, right?
Probably.
Mm. Oh, that sounds so great. I haven't been to a wacky park since I was like 12.
Then let me be the first to you back to welcome you back. We've got few people to introduce you to. Hey, morning guys.
Oh, hey there, Reverend. What you guys up to today?
Just showing the FNG around. We thought we'd start with the VIPs.
Right.
Ray, how about you be this one?
Right.
Sure. Flatter all you want, Charlie, but I still want my $50 by Friday.
I told you not to join their fantasy football league. They play for keeps. Now, there's a. These are our indus, wacky industries union reps, Leslie and Jerry.
Look at chat. They said they can't see the comic on the screen.
Oh no, it's the wheel on your screen on the stream right now.
Oh my, no, my God! Why didn't nobody tell me? I didn't miss. Damn it!
Oh no.
Wait, let me go back. Oh no, it's back.
Oh
Now we're
no.
on to
We have
chapter
no
two, and
memory
people
of
don't miss the thing.
anything.
Oh no, this is all my fault.
Oh, it happens. It happens. Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. Well, you missed you missed the you missed the furries basically. So this is a story about furries, like the furries world.
It's like giving me Disneyland vibes. Mm,
Yeah, it is.
let's
It is a
go.
little bit Disneylandy. All right, Ren, go on. Go ahead and read your panther jaguar person.
Nice to meet you, FNG. Where they got you working?
Okay, we're just sticking with that nickname, huh? I'm over at the Mount Rabbit log ride. Okay, and about it. Look, the workers at that ride tend to be a bit liberal with other people's secrets. Just try to be conservative when you tell them what you tell them.
Gossip Ground Zero.
Psst, Rev, Rev. Let me borrow $50. Go on. Now, now, girls. Let's try and Cal.
This is bullshit. She's been the princess for like 3 days. We're supposed to swap every shift.
Yes, that's true, but
But I like so much better in this dress, right, Kale?
don't bring me into this. There's really no need to.
We look exactly the same, you annoying narcissistic bitch.
Shut up, the both of you. You agree to swap every shift. So take that dress off because we're playing the you're playing the wench today. And hurry, we open at 30. And you, next time you call me down here because you and your sister can't share, you're both suspended without pay until you both grow up.
Sorry, Kale.
Thank you, Kale. At least there wasn't a fist fight this time. Never seen two people more obsessed with a dress. Wars have started on less, Reverend. Oh, you must be the new girl. I'm Kale, another team lead like Reverend. 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 It's one of those. Need anything, just let me know. And these are the top costume players George, Kiba, and Jake.
Pleasure to meet y'all.
Count yourselves lucky. She's even she's even still here. Packy's got to her Packy's got to her first. Did he give you the to be on time this early speech?
I did. Is that like a catchphrase or something?
Oh, don't worry, he grows on you, kind of like a fungus. All right, one more stop before we open. Backstage. Let's go find your locker and then Ren, your go.
Sir Viren, glad you're here. Want to come in here and dip me up in a couple minutes?
That depends. Did you even get that rash taken care of, Deborah? Ashara.
Damn, Charlie did really have to bring her rash into it. He must be the FNG.
I suppose so. I was the old FNG. Name's Katie. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So don't worry, you'll get your name back eventually.
Hmm.
All right. We'll give this one more comment, and then we'll begin our thoughts and critiques. Well, there she is.
Son of a
Our obligatory log ride. It's the tallest ride in the state and one of the most popular rides. It's also the ride that breaks down the most. So these are the free food vouchers for when a guest complains. These are your esteemed colleagues, Dora and Deanna.
Howdy there.
Sup, girl? Ooh, oh hey, that's Charlie over there.
You don't you keep me around like hanging around like this, old reverend is gonna get sick of ya.
All salty. So early. So salty, so early, Dora. You must be take. You must be taking that break up with Ricky Shucks pretty hard, huh? So, anyway, let's show you the ropes, FNG. It's relatively straightforward. Green makes it go, red makes it stop. Don't load more than 4 people in the log at a time, unless you like the sound of cracking knees. And this is for when guests fall in the water.
When? Does that thing kind of happen a lot?
Honestly, I'm surprised it's not happening right now.
This ride has a nasty habit of attracting our more.
Annoying guests.
How annoying are we talking here?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If anyone gives you too much trouble, just call me and Whacky. Forgot the period right here. Assuming these assuming these two don't chuck the offender off to the side. All right. Think we had enough here. It's time for thoughts and opinions. First,
Okay.
let's go with art style. Since All right, guys, I'll be honest with you. I am not a furry. I know, shocker, really.
To doubt it.
Revealing it to the internet. So I'm not a big fan of anthropomorphic animals, but I can see here that the artist at least gave some let's say some thought into the different animal designs. You see that they tried a lot of different body shapes, bunch of different animals. So they're at least
I mean, it's
commendable for
Whacky's
that.
world.
What?
It's Whacky's world, so things are supposed to be wacky, so we got all sorts of things here.
Yeah, Wacky's World.
Hmm.
But there was some proportion breaks in the humanoid side of the animals. So
Mm.
for this artist, I would suggest them practicing anatomy a little bit because sometimes when you do those weird poses, people can mess up the proportions, and the foreshortening is always a bitch for everyone involved. Sometimes even I make mistakes doing those things, so I can't even fault of them getting it wrong.
It's not that noticeable, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like since they're furries, you can let slightly more of it slide, or like it's less obvious because
Yeah.
sometimes it may look like a design choice potentially.
No, yeah,
It's just their art.
that's the advantage of having a stylized art style is that you can chuck up a lot of the inconsistencies to being part of the style. But I think here it wasn't really the art style, it was just the lack of experience of drawing of specific poses,
Yeah.
which no fault. Everyone has to do their due diligence in learning how to get good. But if you don't try, if you're not called out, you're gonna think it's perfect, and sometimes it takes a long time for you to learn. If you don't, somebody doesn't point out the mistake early.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
And then the other thing I would say is that the background art is commendable. Not doing it with 3D assets, but I would say that also the background would need a little bit of work, like with the line art. Because usually, let me open up a panel here to show what I mean.
I mean, the design choices are pretty interesting, like the
Yeah, the
buildings and
design
all.
choice the
Yeah.
the design choices are interesting, but I would say one of the biggest things to make the background look like it has depth is playing around with the line weight. Like this is a good example right here. If, for
Oh, pretty.
example, these steel like if these steel beams had a thinner line than the ones that here in front, it would give that illusion of a dimension. But because
Mm.
everything is the same line weight, everything's about the same size, it just looks like a static image, and it doesn't really look like it gives that illusion of depth, which would be one
It kind
thing.
of feels isometric because of like the lack of variation.
Yeah. So that the illusion of depth is given by using different line weights, like with foreground and background objects. And then another thing that I would say that helps a lot would be not giving background objects a lot of detail, which gives that illusion that something's far away and you can't see it that clearly.
Mm.
So those are the two things that I would say about the background and the art.
Like the background could have had a different color grade, so it just like makes the character stand out a bit more from the
Oh yeah,
background.
that is true as well. Make the background a little bit less saturated so that the characters would
Mm.
pop up a little bit more, which would.
Some people also like put like a sort of like a gradient, whitish, haloish glow around the character so you could spot them easily. That's a thing that a
Yeah,
lot of
those are
people
all things that you can do. All right, before we
do.
move to the story, let me address chat here real quick. Let's see. How her mouse ears how her mouse ears holding up those big chunks of metal. Design gives me sort of old school furry feeling. I like the style a lot of fur. I like I like the style a lot of furries had more in the 90s and early 2000s. Comics writing was a hit
Mm.
or miss for me. Some jokes made my nose inhale, but they were barely jokes I've heard before and
Largely.
better. Kaylin, you took the comment right out of me because I was about to say that in the story because this is supposed to be a comedy, but I don't find that it was all that funny to be honest. It more it read more like a slice of life than a comedy story.
True.
Like a lot of
Hmm.
the jokes, you could tell they were jokes, but they weren't really. Let's say they weren't really set up correctly. A lot of them sounded just like like teen humor. Like I don't know, like the whole FNG thing kind of didn't really work for me. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think it's not really my type of humor.
Like I can see why that could be executed, but it doesn't land that well, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think this comic here would work very well if it was just a slice of life comic because I think it's hard to make slice of life stories have also be like funny at all times because you have to have like a specific, you have to have a ridiculous premise to have like the constant jokes back to back. If you have a normal premise, it's really hard to set up jokes. And the story here is a very normal premise. It's just a person that got a job in an amusement park. So that's a very hard premise to make a comedy story around, in my opinion. Anyways,
Probably they just thought that there'd be many interesting and diverse characters that they would bounce humor like off each other, that kind of stuff.
and
Like if
also,
you have interesting characters, you could do that.
yeah, and also, speaking of the characters, this comic does the same thing yours did, which is introduce a bunch of characters at once, and you just
Yeah.
got their names like lost in the moment. It's like, oh, now we meet these people in this place, and now we're in here in this place, and this thing is going on.
Yeah.
And you can already,
There's no.
I don't know if you can see here, this comic has a very simple premise, and you already get lost just for meeting these bunch of characters. Now imagine if there was a very complex story behind this.
True, true.
So again, like even in a simple premise like this, introducing this many characters all at once can be like disorienting for a viewer. Like, at least for me, I can say for me, I got disoriented.
Yeah, I mean, also, I thought it was a little bit ironic, like, since they're like furries, technically everyone has like a unique design. But even then, I would be like, wait, this character already show up before, or is this someone new? Because like, I kind of just already forgot because they have like a 5 second
If
scene and
everything
then
is
just
unique,
exist
that becomes
forever.
the norm.
Yeah.
No, it's because there's too many characters, so you don't know like, did we see this? Is this one has already seen? Have we seen this one already? Wait,
I think we kind of mixed up a few characters in the
we
voiceovers.
did mix. I think we did definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, then I only recognize Bird MC and then I think Squirrel Guy. Everyone else
Yeah, everyone
was
else
like kind of
was.
blending in my mind.
So big lesson for all the artists here on the stream today. don't don't introduce too many characters all at once because readers are going to get confused. You got to treat readers like babies. Babies can only eat a little bit at a time. You can't feed
Point.
all the information at once. You got to spoon feed it, or else we get confused.
I get the
All right, we talked about the story. We talked about the art. Now recommendations. Would you guys continue reading the story?
Not really. It's just not
Probably
my
not.
kind of thing.
I'm a little bit dizzy already.
Oh my God, I feel so bad at this, but I also wouldn't continue reading after these three. It just there wasn't any like thing to latch onto. Because usually slice of life comics, they're episodic, so every little story is like a open and closed story arc.
Mm.
But here it just continued and it just kept going and it kind of meshed, like jumbled up in this with each other and became a little bit confusing. I think this one I would unfortunately say that it did not catch my interest.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have to, give the props to the author for at least trying to make a fun story.
Yeah. Well,
Because the Beethoven didn't make their like full sonnet the first time. They had to like write some bad music before the good one came out. So keep trying. Maybe
not
you'll get it right the next time. You'll make like that perfect
not
comedy
a
story.
creator. Yeah, you just have to make a lot of things, and some stick, some don't. You just have to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like most mangakas, they did like a lot of like one shots before they even got to like their
Yeah.
hit series.
Yeah. So don't give up. What's the name of the author? It's P.J. Harper. We believe in you, man. You can get it right next time. Let this one be a learning experience. Don't let this one be your swan song. It's your training arc. And well, this is all the comics we are going to look at today. I hope everyone had a fun time watching us do funny voices to read these comics. How about you?
Oh
How
my
about you,
god,
guest?
I just have to say the voice that caught me off guard. I know, you know what I'm talking about. The main character of the second webtoon. I couldn't stop laughing for the first at least 10 to 12 of the dialogues you did.
Well,
Oh,
I hope you were in. I hope I entertained you guys enough here.
you
All right,
sure did.
before we finish, let's. I hope everyone in chat also had fun having us read all these funny little comics, and be sure to catch us here next time, the same day and the same time, but with different people. Who knew? All right, bye everyone. See you later.
Bye.
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 Bye.